How's everybody doing? Yeah? Come on, man. You know something was really wild? It's our first night with a brand new drummer. No rehearsal. His name is the cleanest, meanest, new penis. Alright, then let's get it going. You know why Indians don't eat sushi?
Indian.
Because sushi shit herself. These are the same guys that brought us Pearl Harbor. Is it hot? What is it? Holy fuck, you cocksucker. Holy fuck, is that hot?
Change your lineup.
Yeah, it came very unexpected. Like, I mean, Brent one day was pretty wild. Like, I mean, it's definitely the longest drummer I've had, 16 years. You know, because it's like a family member leaving. You don't. It's like a divorce, actually. You know, but I mean, you don't really want it to happen, and you know, and sometimes change is good, and so we were gonna keep him until January, and then we're gonna have a party to George and. You know, put him on first class because he's a first class type of guy. And he called me on Monday and said that they told him that he shouldn't be playing drums anymore, like imperatively not to play drums. I mean, I said, your health's number one, as we know, right? And rock and roll, we'll just have to live on without him. And it's been great that he's been part of it this long, and I mean, wish him the best of luck. I mean, he's got a little girl growing up, and his first young lad, Ty, is 14 now. I mean, I was blessed. I brought my kids on the road and we homeschooled, so I did have lots of time and stuff. But it takes a certain kind of wife or a spouse to do this, and my wife's allowed me, and his didn't. But he went out and did it on anyways, and it was great. And it's come to a time in his life that he wants to enjoy some of the normal things, because sometimes rock and roll lifestyle's very normal. But I mean, to replace a guy of that caliber, I mean, I got him at a young age, and we certainly grew him into a drummer for me. And so I'm just like, as I invented him, I'm going to have to invent somebody else. You know, there's been quite a few people calling, and like, you know, more people find out. And I didn't really want to make this, but the call that I got was, like I said, we were going to have November and December and a month rehearsal in January. And now with him calling and saying he couldn't play, I mean, it was very hard on both of us, and we got all kinds of real dates. And at his caliber of a player, like, we're a pretty tight band, and so a couple people came to mind. And, you know, there's Toronto, there's locations in different places, and I mean, we're not kids anymore. And so this rocker from Pembroke, I said I'll try him out. Then I played with a few bands, and I never really played with him. I've seen him. And I called him up today. He said, wow, man, sound just you on the phone. I says, yeah.
Now, do you have any favorite memories of Brent on the road?
Oh, man. There's so many. None of which I can say, because his kids will listen. The kid has been great. He's been a gentleman. He's, you know, he's been solid. I remember he had hair down to his ass when he joined. He had the longest hair in the band. Yeah. You know, but he's been there, and he comes from a solid family. I mean, it's rock and roll. I mean, there's so many things. I mean, when we get to when we're in a room and we're doing this and we have some great memories. I mean, like when he got to meet some of his heroes with me, playing with them and stuff like that. And you know, it was always, I said, hey, I got the two guys, and I was never afraid. You know, after you've been together, I was never afraid to bring him out and play with on the world stage. And I brought them to Massey Hall. I brought him to a whole bunch of places where we got to share some real rock and roll experiences. And I was never not confident he could always do the job and rock. He rocked, he had great feel, and you know what I mean, and I wish him the best and all that, and just don't want him to end up playing band. So now we're going to take some time and actually bring somebody in so they get a fair shake at learning what we do. Like, it's a groove and being part of the family band, and you know, it takes a special person. Just because they're a great drummer and all that stuff doesn't mean you're necessarily a great fit for the SAB band, right? You know, or SAB and the family band. It takes a certain kind of rocker, right? You know what I mean? And we need somebody good looking so it takes all the heat off me and Waxy, because I mean, Waxy just turned 45, right? He needs Viagra. Brent was a chick magnet, like that. Look at him, like, I mean, over 1,000 served, right? But I mean, he hasn't reached the SAB arches yet. But my little girls were little. We went to this big Chinese restaurant, and Jess was in the washroom. So Talia and I and her mother, who paid the bill, but not be down to Chess out. We told her we didn't, so we're going to all walk out backwards. So it's the oldest trick in the book. It's how you get out of paying your bills. Like, you don't have any money. I've never had to use this, but so Chester came out of the washroom. Talia says, "Oh yeah, we got to go. Let's go. Let's back. Walk our little guy. You're so innocent. Chester bleeding." So she goes, "No, we're not going to do that. We're going to pay. We're going to pay." And he says, "No." And so little Chester joins the line up with the Sabrin gang doing this. Adios, amigos. I can do this. This is how you don't pay me. Sushi restaurant. Please up. Ladies and gentlemen, the cleanest, loose, new penis. Hold that pose. Hey kids. Anyways, we're here at the Voy here in North Bay. It's one of the craziest bars in town, and we got a brand new drummer. The old drummer had to leave, and so we got this young guy, and he's handier than a three-peckered goat. You know what I mean? Like, he can play drums great. He keeps his head up. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this new guy. And anyways, here's to Josh. Man, you rock.
What about Brent? You got any emotions about the
Well,
transition?
you know, it's sad to see him go, but at the same time, he had to chase his lifelong dream. He always wanted to be a blimp pilot, and now he's in blimp school. And he'll soon be flying the big ones.
So this rumor about the sex change, that's not true?
No. Well,
Or
he's getting a sex change. He's getting a sex change.
It could be Brenda the blimp pilot.
Exactly, Brenda the blimp pilot. I can't even say that. Anyways, yeah, he met a hockey player online, and they're like falling madly in love. And I hear that he's expecting. So he's got that going for him.
So there's two members of the SAB family band now that are expecting children.
Exactly, Lisa and Brenda.
Cool.
No, we're gonna keep rocking. I don't know what everybody gotta keep going on, man. The band. That's what did they say? I always like this quote, and I kind of changed it slightly. That the band goes on within you and without you. That doesn't matter who you are. So you got to remember that.
He's not getting a sex change. He's just going to do it that way. But no, he's, you know, some ailments, and I mean, sometimes that takes you out of the game, and, you know, Waxy and I are the first guys to, you know, like fucking, Waxy and I...
Honor a fallen soldier.
Yes, for sure, we're definitely, and I mean, Waxy's, you know, Waxy's fucking
He
sick.
still owes me $100, so he can't fucking go too far.
Yeah, so I mean, Brent will be an honorary member of the band forever. But now, like you said, we got the cleanest, meanest, leanest penis in the band, so we're gonna have some fucking fun with that. He fucking knows how to count to 19. You don't give a fuck who you are. When you play in my band, you know how to count to 19.
How does it feel like to be sitting on Brent's seat?
Well, it feels pretty good. I haven't rehearsed or anything, but just flying by the seat of my pants.
Yeah, first gig's going pretty well so far?
I think it is. You know,
Right on. What's your name, by the way?
Josh. Or I guess it's the cleanest, meanest penis.
Look at this fuck. I used to come out and watch my shows when he was a kid. Now he's the cleanest, leanest, meanest new penis.
One time, two time, three time. Where the fuck are we, Jack? We better do a commercial for Solvent TV. Solvent TV! Solvent TV! Yeah. So remember, folks, when people say, what TV do you watch? It's Solvent TV.